Okay, let's close that. We're live. Yes, we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Wednesday live stream. Before I get started, I do want to say one thing. I just want to acknowledge the old hiking geezer. His wife gave me a wave there last week in the chat, and I didn't acknowledge it. I didn't see it. I am really sorry about that. So I apologise for that, Gabrielle. I didn't see it. You gave me a little wave, and I only seen it when I went back on the live feed then during the week. So I apologise for that, and hopefully I can see your next chat when it comes. Speaking of old hiking geezer, he does have a new video out. I just watched it, and it's another good one. So yeah, get over to his channel, and if you're not following him, please do give him a follow. He has a great channel. I've seen that Smiley put a lovely little comment there underneath the video as well. Just saying what we all feel, that, him and his wife are a great, just a great contribution to the country, and we're glad to, we're glad that he is a blow-in, as he said in his own video. But yeah, I just want to get that out of the way before everything. Sorry about that, Gabby. I do apologise. That was all down to me. Yeah, if there's one person there in the chat already, please hit the like button. Thanks very much. Yeah, I do have a bit of explaining to do after Sunday's video, so let me get into that. Okay, I got a couple of these Amstels. I have two here. Will we get through the two? I don't know. Thanks for the like. But we'll open one up. I usually go for the red ones, but this is the Classica. I'm not sure what these taste like, but yeah, we'll give it a go. Oh yeah, there was one more thing before we start. Last week the mic wasn't plugged in. It was plugged into the phone. Aileen, hiya. Hello, Aileen. How are you doing today? I hope you're well. Thanks for the chat. Thanks for jumping on. Yeah, the mic was plugged into the phone, but it wasn't plugged into the back of the mic. So sorry for the sound last week. Yeah, it wasn't the best, but hopefully you can hear me all right today. So yeah, I'm going to open a beer. It's still stifling hot here. How are you, Aileen? Thanks for saying hello. Are you new to the chat, Aileen? This might be the first time I've seen you. So if you are, that's great. Good stuff. Please do so if you haven't already. Oh, yeah. It's a little bit different. Good, thanks. Hope you're doing well. You look well. Thank you very much. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of sun lately, so that's probably the reason. Actually, I've been getting out of the sun a lot recently because... yes, you're new. Good stuff. Thanks very much for joining me on the live stream. That's great. And you seem like you're willing to talk as well, so that's even better again. Sláinte, as we say in Ireland. I'm in Spain now at the moment, so maybe salute or something like that. Is that what that's what they say? So yeah, living in Seville at the moment. And I'm not sure if you've seen Sunday's video, but I do have a bit of explaining to do about that because I didn't give the full story. So what happened was on Monday it was last Monday. When you're cheers to you too. When you're going on a trip and you know that something is going to go wrong. You just know in your heart of hearts that something is going to go wrong. Well, I had 2 days, 2 really bad days while I was here in Seville. Now everything since then has been great. But those 2 days were just so off-putting. And I thought to myself at the time, if this trip keeps going like this, it's going to be a nightmare. But thankfully, everything has been good since. But I had plans on the Monday to go to Seville's water park, and I wanted to just film all the slides and, having a good time, getting in the pool, doing a bit of swimming, and all that jazz. And I had all the shots that I wanted. And I said I'd go on a Monday because there probably wouldn't be that many people there, So what happened was I arrived at about 11 a.m. and the place didn't open until about half 11 on the button actually. And the queue was around the corner. It was huge and I couldn't believe it. So I was waiting about a half an hour in the queue. Got up to the gate. And I asked the girl, should I queue? I've no ticket yet. I want to buy it. I was able to do all that in Spanish, thankfully, because my Spanish is improving. And she sent me to the ticket booth. So that was another half-hour queue for the ticket booth in the sweltering sun. And, you know, the sweat was just pouring off me at this stage. So I got the ticket eventually and went back, and I thought I could get in straight away, but no, you have to queue again. You have to get back to the end of the queue. Got back to the end of the queue, waiting another half hour to get back in, eventually got in, okay? So I said, okay, there's two parts to the amusement park. One is the roller coasters and all that, which I wasn't really interested in. I just wanted to get to the aqua park as soon as possible. So people were just piling in, and it was really slow getting there. Thanks for the like. It was very slow getting there, because I was, you know, ducking in and out of people to try and get there as soon as I can. And when I got to the aqua park, that wasn't open yet, so I queued up anyway. So it opened up about 20 minutes later, and once I got up to the girl who scanned the ticket, she said, no, that's the wrong ticket. And I said, what do I have to do? She said, go back to the gate you came in and buy another ticket for the aqua park, and then you can come back and get into the aqua park. Oh my God. Now that I think about it, it was so much hassle. And I just knew everything was just going to be bad from then on, you know. Bad start usually means bad finish, you know. So I went back, explained to the girl in the booth about the misunderstanding, and she eventually gave me the ticket for the aqua park, which was an extra 10 euros or something. Wasn't too bad anyway. Got back to the aqua park, 20-30 minutes later. Now at this stage it's probably about 12:30, 1 o'clock in the day. And I've been, you know, I haven't even reached the aqua park yet, so I get in there anyway. Found the lockers, found the changing rooms, and went out into the aqua park with just my GoPro, and thinking that I'd be able to, you know, film and, you know, get everything done that day. That didn't happen, so I queued up for my first ride, and that was another 20 minutes. Got the rubber ring, walked up the stairs to the first ride, and the guy seen my camera, and he said, no cameras. So I said, why not? Like, it's waterproof. And he just said, there's kids around. And I said, oh yeah, that's fair enough. You know, I just wanted to film the slides, you know, and my reaction to it. And but, you know, there was kids. Good evening, David. Many greetings. Hi, Anne. How are you this evening? I hope you're well. Probably just in from work. Many greetings to you too. Yeah, I'm just explaining to everybody what happened there last Monday and Tuesday. But yeah, I got up to the top of the slide, and the guy said no cameras, and I said, all right, fair enough. So I had to go back down with the rubber ring, all the way back down, through a load of people, down the stairs again. Put my camera away. Now I did go back into the park and went on the slides for, you know, a little while. But I would have loved to bring you guys those shots and taking the day out at the park. You know, that would have been a good video, and that's what I had planned. But I said last week that you have to be spontaneous in these things. So on Sunday's video, I did give out a little bit, but I, you know, in hindsight, I understand the guy. There is kids around and stuff like that. So and you can't film kids for YouTube anyway. So, but that wasn't the plan anyway. But yeah, that was a bit of a nightmare. So I went home a bit early that day after the slides and stuff, a little bit disappointed, and I said, right, I'll do the river tour tomorrow, and I'll get that one up for Sunday. And took the river boat ride, which was nice and pleasant. But then right at the very end of the boat tour, just as we were all getting off, it was stifling heat, you know. It gets up to 37, 38 degrees here, and the humidity is really, it's a killer. So I went over to Torre del Oro, and sat down and started drinking my water because I was just dehydrated. and a police van pulled up, and 5 cops jumped out of the van. And I said, they can't be coming over for me, surely not. So they walked over towards me, and it must have been the Capitan that came over, and he gave me the salute. And he said, hola, and the first thing I said was, yo no hablo español. I'm doing well, got home from work a couple of hours ago. Kenya, great, just cold days, but I'm grateful. Yeah, it's good that you're grateful, man. That's good, you know what I mean? Once you're grateful, I believe Kenya can be cold at this stage of the year, but yeah, hopefully I can get there in the new year where it's a little bit warmer, you know? I like the warmer climates. But where was I? Yeah, so the 5 policemen surrounded me, and it became very intimidating. And I started to panic a little bit, you know. I said, like, what am I after doing, you know? And all these things start rushing through your head and stuff like that. So he brought an English speaker cop over to me, and he was pretty nice. And, you know, he just said, have you got any ID, and blah, blah, blah. And they proceeded to, you know, just go through my bag, ask me a few questions about what I do, if I was working in Seville. So I just explained to them, look, I've nothing to hide, go through my bag all you want, you know. So they waited around, they got my driver's license, and the Capitan, who came over to me first of all, he went back to the van, and he was on the phone straight away with my driver's license, and just doing a background search. While the other guys just stayed around me, and yeah, I couldn't video much. I wish I could. And I only got a bit of video of when they were leaving. In hindsight, I probably could have videoed, you know, because I told them what I did. I was a YouTuber and blah, blah, blah. But I was just afraid, still 4 of them around me. The guy went to do the background check, and I was just thinking to myself, like, what are they going to dig? You know, what are they going to dig into here? You know, they'll probably try and frame me or something. But in the end, it turned out it was grand, you know. They handed back my license at the end, and the guy said, have a nice day. And that was it. I went on my way. So that's the full story. The video itself didn't give away half of that, I don't think. But yeah, that's the full story. It was 2 crazy days. And then at the end of the week then, I went on a train journey. A 2-hour train journey down south, done about a 3-hour hike in the stifling heat, and then a train journey back, and then that was last Friday, and then last Saturday I went out with Laura, my housemate, on Saturday night. So I've just been wearing myself thin, and I picked up a little cold there yesterday. Now I'm feeling fine now. Because, you know, I do eat healthily, and, you know, been just drinking vitamin C and stuff like that. But I picked up a little bit of a cold because I've just been wearing myself out. Now, I do have 3 videos lined up for the near future. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take about a week's break for myself and just take it easy, not do anything while I'm here. And just try and keep cool. Eat healthy, do exercise, the stuff that, you know, get back to a little bit of normality, and try and get my health back. And yeah, that'd be great to do, you know, because I've just been wearing myself out. I've just done too much since I got here. But the videos, you know, the video that's coming out on Sunday, that's all uploaded. So if you're a member of the channel, you will get that. You can go and see that now. But if you're not, that will be out on Sunday. So yeah, that was the ordeal that I went through over the last while. Let me get the chats up here again. And nobody else has said anything. But thanks for the chats. And who else was that? That was Aileen. Nice name, Aileen. I like that name. I think that's another name for Eileen, the Irish for Eileen. I think it might be the American version. If you'd like to tell me where you're coming from, Aileen, that'd be cool. Yeah, I'm in Seville at the moment, and it is stifling hot. Ooh, the cops ordeal. Yeah, sorry about that. Glad that all went smoothly and they let you go. Yeah, you know, and I think you've said to me during the week as well, if the cops had to pull me over in Kenya, I don't think the experience would have been the same. So you're scaring me a little bit about the cops in Kenya. So we'll see what hopefully that doesn't happen over there. But yeah, I don't want that ordeal to happen again because it was scary at the time, even though I knew that. I'd never, you know, I've never broken the law or anything like that. So it was just my mind going into overtime, I think. But thankfully it all went smoothly. But yeah, that was the ordeal with the swimming and the cops. But it seems to be happening a lot here in Spain, though. The Spanish people seem to be a bit peed off with tourists coming over and thinking they can just do what they want. Which they do think, you know, a lot of tourists do come over here and think they can do what they want, you know, and just break the law. And I'm not surprised that the Spanish public are getting a little bit, you know, peed off with that. So yeah, I believe the Spanish cops are just clamping down a little bit on tourists and stuff. So even though I'm not a tourist, I'm living here now, so but they probably seen me as a tourist. And I think I was wearing this black top as well, which probably made me look a bit conspicuous. I'm sure that they just got they got a profile of somebody on the radio, and they seen me in the black top and they said, okay, and a beard, you know, that's probably what they got on the radio. And they said, okay, let's stop and see what this guy is doing. So yeah, but yeah, all's well that ends well anyway. So I wasn't taken into a cell or anything like that, thankfully. But yeah, let's see if anybody else wants to say hello. I've been chatting for 20 minutes already. Oh my God. These things just, like that, they're gone, you know. You don't see time when you're on these chats. 3 people there. Thanks for the likes, by the way. 3 likes as well. If you're watching this in the future, please do the same. Yeah, I have got a bit of sun, as you can probably tell. But I'm not going to get any more in the next few days. I just need to get out of the sun for a while. The room that I'm in is really hot. I do have the fan here beside me. It is pushing cold air into me, and that was actually how I got the cold as well. I was putting cold water into my face and then had the cold air hitting me straight on this side, so this part of my face was all sort of numb there the last couple of days. No, not to scare you, cops here are friendly, they just like to scare people. And let me get that up again. And a little bribe, and voila, you've become friends. Cop's gonna cop, you know. I think that's the way they are all over the world. Although I didn't have to give a bribe to these cops, but I was just glad to get away scot-free, you know. It was a little bit intimidating, but yeah, I was happy to get away and just get on with my day. But yeah, that was, Monday and Tuesday weren't great days, but you know, let's hope for better days to come. I do have a few more plans while I'm here in Seville. The 3 videos that are coming up are, you know, 3 different places that I have visited before while I was here. And yeah, I've loved them, you know, I really enjoyed visiting these places. So hopefully you guys enjoy them as well. Let me see, what else is there? Oh yeah. As far as the memberships go, yeah, I noticed how much money you make on YouTube now. It's very little. So at some stage, I'm, you know, gonna have to be a realist here and get back to some country. I don't know where. I'm thinking Holland, and get myself even a part-time job. Full-time, I'm not really. You know, I like to get out a lot. I like to see the outdoors. So I'm not really pushed to get a full-time job just yet, but I might go back, get a part-time job, and then just do this part-time as well, because YouTube is not really a great payout, and it's not going to pay for rent or anything like that at the moment. But, you know, once I build up the channel, get more followers, get more memberships, you know, stuff like that will increase, and maybe someday I can, you know, think about doing this full-time. But for the time being, it's not going to do it. You know, it's not going to do it at all. So we'll just have to, get a part-time job or something that'll pay for the rent and do this part-time. I have been asking another few YouTubers how they do it, and they're doing it the same. Most of them have full-time jobs. I'm not ready for the 9 to 5. You know, I've went through that for years. The corporate environment is not for me anymore. If I could work outdoors, that'd be ideal. So maybe I could get a job working outdoors or something like that. I'll be focused on that now next. While I am staying for another month here, the month of September in Seville, and then I'll probably move somewhere else. But look, I haven't finished up travelling yet, so I will be bringing you different places as well. So once I get out of Seville, I'll probably go somewhere else, and then somewhere else maybe again, and then maybe Amsterdam. I might get home to Ireland for a little while as well, obviously. See friends and family again. Well, see family again. Friends don't seem to bother when you go back. But yeah, they have their lives as well. But one friend did come out, Evo. Good stuff. Fair play to you, Evo. You came out to see me. It was always good to see you as well, and your little kid. Yeah, not so little anymore. But yeah, that's all I have. Let me see and get the chat up again. Every time I say that's all I have, I usually go into a 10-minute spiel about something else. But yeah, a little bit of a head cold at the moment. It's not getting me down or anything, you know, it's nothing I can't handle. Just a head cold, just from the cold air. I know how it happened. And I was just, I was worn down a little bit from all the stuff that I was doing and from the heat. Yeah, with 38 degrees every day, it really is hard to acclimatise. But look, you just have to put up with it. Like I said earlier, the room here is really warm, but outside there in the lobby, there's a little sitting room, or something like that, whatever you want to call it. And you go out there and it's a nice, 15 degrees or something. Just relax on the couch and do a bit of reading or something like that. It's nice and cool out there. Whereas you can't go outside, anytime I go outside now, it's always in the morning, because by the time it gets to 12, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, it's just get out of the sun immediately. And it can be very dangerous too, I have worked in the farms in Australia, and people have gone missing, just from fainting and stuff like that with the heat. And the sun can be very, very damaging at times. So, put on your chemical-free sunblock when you're out there. And don't go for the supermarket brands. Get the chemical-free stuff. It's a little bit more expensive, but it won't give you, it won't give you all the chemicals that can cause illness and stuff like that. So that's what I'm using. I use the Factor 50 chemical-free sunblock, and that does the job. How much of a bribe do I have to give the man? It's not a month's rent, hopefully. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I'm sure the cops over there are friendly. Once you respect the cops, I said it to them when they were around me. Look, I said to them, look, you have to keep the place safe, so I respect that. And once I said that, really, the atmosphere seemed to calm down a little bit. So. That was really it. So, but yeah, it was a little scary experience, but you got to put up with these things when you're traveling. We don't have any new house guests here. Everybody that was here from the start is still here, and everybody is friendly enough. You can get a part-time job and continue your YouTube in the free time, praying you get. Thanks for that, Anne. Yeah, that's the plan at the moment. I'm being realistic when I say that, I'd like to get maybe somewhere to live, not forever, but for long term, just so I have somewhere to come home to every day or every month or whatever, and then just do traveling in between. It'd be nice to for a part-time job to be able to pay for that, and maybe subsidise a little bit of the travelling as well. Hopefully I can do that in the future. we'll see. I still have a little bit of money left over from selling the house. That's keeping me afloat at the moment, but it is gone down very, very, very quickly. Because I do get out a lot, and most of the things that I'm doing, you do have to pay for. The lifestyle that I have, I'm going out eating every day, so not much bribe. What was that? Not much of a bribe. Just something small for a beer or two. I've no problem with that. I'll have a beer or two with the cops as well. But yeah, if they're going to have a beer, I hope they're not drunk when they're trying to arrest me. But yeah, I can have a beer with the cops. I've no problem with that. I get on with most people that I meet in real life anyway. So yeah, I don't mind that. Let's go and have a beer, cops of Kenya. Not all yet, by the way. Few of you, just your Capitan, that's it. But yeah, that's going to be a trip of a lifetime if I do get over to Kenya, because I do want to do a bit of safari and that. I have done it before in South Africa, and safari is amazing. It does have its downside where it's all run by corporations, and they do push the natives off the land to make way for the tourists, and that niggles on the mind a little bit. That's not really something I'm into, but I do want to see the animals, and I'm sure you guys like to see them as well. But so I might just do it once off and leave it at that. But I'd like to get around and see Kenya, rather the real Kenya, rather than the safari type jobs. See the people. See what Kenya is really about. Maybe get a guide that could show me around. And see the real Kenya, not the parks, But I'd like to see Uganda as well, obviously. That has lovely places as well. And a couple of other countries as well when I'm there. Maybe just do a full month round trip of different countries. That'd be awesome. Maybe a week in each place. Yeah, we'll think about that in the new year anyway, and we'll see what happens. And thanks to you, Anne, as well, for all the information that you gave me. That was all brilliant. And yeah, I knew you were tired last week with the chat as well, and that you couldn't hang around for it. But that's cool. That's okay. I don't mind that. We do have 3 people in the chat. 2 dropped off there. But yeah, if you didn't hit the like button already, please do. I would appreciate that. No more chats. There is super chats, by the way, if anybody wants to do that. I don't know how they work. I've no idea. Yeah, if you want to do that, please do. And I'll give you a big shout out and a thanks in my next video or something like that. I'll give you a shout out anyway. But yeah, do I have anything else? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, I do actually. That bit of land that I was gonna that I was looking at buying, just 20 kilometres from Killarney it was. It fell through. I did get onto my solicitor, and then I got onto the guy, the seller, and he wanted to do things a little bit underhanded, let's say. And I knew from my solicitor that, that wasn't viable. And I knew that because of the price, I think that's why he wanted to do it that way. It was a really reasonable price. And, I thought I was getting a bargain, which I probably would have if I had bought it, But he wanted to do things a little bit different to avoid tax and stuff like that. So, yeah, I just wanted to keep everything above board. And I wasn't willing to do that. So, yeah, that fell through, unfortunately. But, I do have other plans. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Get the chat up there again. January would be low season, perfect time for safari drive and Masai Mara if you choose to go there. I would like to see the Masai Mara tribe. I'd love to, yeah, like I said, I'd love to get a guide that would just bring me around Kenya, and show me all, the tribes, the real stuff, the real traditional stuff in Kenya, and see all that traditional African clothing and garb, and the spears and the stuff. The Maasai live with the animals, rather than they live alongside the animals rather than just observing them from a distance. And the animals and the Maasai have a great respect for each other. And yeah, that would be just awesome. I would absolutely love that. And there's probably other tribes in Kenya as well that I'd like to see as well. I don't know the names of them, but the Maasai are probably the most famous. So yeah, thanks for that, Anne. Yeah, that's cool. I would like to see that. And just get out to the villages, the smaller places in Kenya that most people don't see. That would be more my style of video. Maybe do a nature video as well while I'm there, something that really captures the essence of Kenya. Yeah, that would be really cool. That would be really cool, I think. And I think a lot of people would like to see that too. Oh, yeah. Anything else? No, I think we're all done. We're on 30 minutes already. Unbelievable. Well, I got through the beer a little bit quicker. Well, I haven't quite drank it. It's about halfway. A little bit quicker this week. But if anyone else wants to say hello, I'd appreciate that. Oh, JP, I do. Yeah, I meant to give JP a shout out again. JP Lamoureux. I gave him a shout out there last week just saying I love this channel, and he commented under my video then afterwards. And JP is a top bloke, he really is. We just got into a little conversation while he was watching my videos. So yeah, JP, thanks for the shout out. He gave me a shout out in one of his later videos afterwards, and I must have got about 30 new subs. My phone is overheating, it's telling me. I must have got about 30 new subs because of that. So yeah, thumbs up for that, JP. That's really appreciated. And we did say, if both of us get back to Ireland in the future, we might meet up and maybe make a video. And meeting up would be great, because I think you and I would get on really well. And your missus as well. I did sub to her channel too. I haven't seen any of the videos yet, so I look forward to watching those too. But your videos are just great. So yeah, JP Lamoureux, if you haven't gotten over to him yet, please do. I have been watching another one as well. There is another Irish guy that I noticed there during the week, and I don't know how I haven't seen his videos before. The name of his channel is almost the same as mine. It's Wild Irish Wanderer. And he's a Northern Irish guy, and I'm not sure if it's him and his girlfriend, but him and his friend anyway, getting around and seeing all the sights around Ireland. The video that I watched there during the week was the one on Ben Wiskin. Really good video, and they got down Ben Wiskin in an unorthodox fashion, and it looked really fun. It looked really good. But yeah, Wild Irish Wanderer, good channel. Looks like a decent bloke too. So yeah, if you haven't got over to him, please do. I'll just get up the chat here again. Fingers crossed for a trip to Kenya. Maybe the year roll up fast. I'll ask referrals for good guides for you. There you go. I appreciate that again, and you have been unbelievably helpful. And I don't deserve all that help from you. I really don't. You don't have to go out of your way to do anything like that for me. But I do really appreciate it. So if I can get there and sort of everything is pre-arranged, that would be awesome. That would be great. Where I can just sort of relax into the trip. But yeah. If I do go, it'll be maybe 2 weeks Kenya, maybe a week somewhere else, maybe a week somewhere else. I don't know. I will want to have everything planned beforehand, and I hate making plans, you know me. But for a trip like that, I would need to, just plan it out properly. But yeah, okay. Let's see in the new year. We'll get through Christmas and the New Year, and we'll see what happens after that. It could totally change my mind. I could be in Australia by this time, New Year. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, that beer is not as good as the red Amstels. There's a bit of an aftertaste to it. Not my favourite beer. But yeah, that's really it. Yeah, we're on 34 minutes. I'll give it another few minutes, see if anybody else wants to say anything. Yeah, I usually leave the window open here. Obviously, the cold air blowing through me. It's just crazy heat here. At about this time, what time is it now? It is 7:30. Starts cooling down a little bit. There's another light, thank you. It starts cooling down a little bit, so I'll probably get out for a walk after this, and just go down by the river and chill out for a bit, and maybe do a bit of reading. What is this light up here for? Oh yeah, every time I use the mic now, this light comes on the phone for some reason. I'm not sure why. I didn't give it any privileges or anything like that. Okay, that's really all I have. Plans for the future, everything's still up in the air. Lisbon is still in mind. Amsterdam is still in mind. And when I do visit Amsterdam, I do want to get over to Bruges. I want to get over to Germany. I want to get over to Paris maybe. So that'll be a nice base to get into there, and then I might go back to Ireland for a little while, and then we can think about the new year. But that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like I said, if you're watching in the future, please do give it a like. I'll see you all next Wednesday. Please watch that video on Sunday. Do give it a like. Share it if possible. The YouTube algorithm, the more you share, the more likes it gets, and stuff like that, the more it's seen on the homepage. And that's just the way YouTube works, and we have to play with those rules. So yeah, thanks again for watching. I love everybody. I love each and every one of you. You all realise that at this stage, and everything you do for me, and especially, and the chats as well, with the chats today. We had a new chatter there, Aileen, and thanks to Anne as well for that. And sorry as well, Gabrielle, I will apologise again for not seeing your chat last week. But that's it, I gotta go. I'll talk to everybody soon, and talk to you all next week on the live chat. Take care, bye bye.